Panera dropped a whole gang of new items. I got tagged in it a bunch of times across my socials. Thank you for that. You might be new here because I'm not the biggest fan of Panera, but every once in a while they drop some stuff that's some heat. So we went to Panera. We got a bunch of new stuff in the menu. Let's try it out today. If you clicked on this video and you were thinking Panera's just overpriced hospital food, go ahead and write it because I agree with you. But, you know, this is what we do, man. I try to keep the non-biased, and I've had a couple of things from there that I did like. So I got one dessert. There are 3 new sandwiches, and 2 of them are these ciabatta dippers, which a lot of people, that was what the people were tagging me for the most part. They also have chili. They don't have a small with the chili, so I had to get the large. It cost $9. But, all right, let's get into it, man. We are in Teterboro, so if you happen to hear the planes flying overhead, it's the closest Panera to me, bro. Anyway, let's do the... Which one is this? This is the French? Yeah, I got the half, but this doesn't look half bad at face value. Like, this is probably the best looking thing I've seen from here. So it's steak, 2 different cheeses, provolone and Asiago cheeses, garlic aioli drizzle on their ciabatta, and then it's with their, it says their bistro French onion. So this might just be French onion soup, but au jus is what comes with most French dip sandwiches, all French dip sandwiches, and horseradish. So this is just a little bit different. Normally I don't dip on the first try, but I'm gonna dip on the first try because it's called a dipper. It wouldn't make sense to do it without it. Make sure you got it. The bread with a French dip should be nice and crusty. It shouldn't be soft because once you dip it, it'll soften the bread up for you. I just realized that was backwards. I got to look at the front of the sandwich. All right. I'm going to bite it one more time without the soup because this might actually be good. This is one of the best things I've ever eaten at Panera. I don't like Panera. The ciabatta is like perfect. Like, they must have just pulled this out the oven because it's like perfect. Perfectly light and airy, outside a little crispy. The 2 cheeses in the cheesesteak really cancel out the fact that they don't season their cheesesteak. All you're really getting is the steak, which is tender, but with the Asiago and the provolone. But what really makes it, Panera's soups are decent. And this French onion soup, it's literally French onion soup, by the way. It is. I can see the onions floating there, so it's not really au jus. That's good. Like, I would legitimately eat that. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to eat it, but I would legitimately eat that. Now, you know it's Panera. A half is $8.59. A whole is $12.59. We knew that. But as far as how this tastes, comparing this to like other chain sub places, because that's what like direct comparison would be, I would give this an 8. That's high for Panera. Like, this is good. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. So, hopefully the other stuff is just as good as that. Because that was hitting. I ain't gonna lie. I will say this again. This is just me being, like, objective. This is embarrassingly small for an $8 sandwich. Like, embarrassing. I just had to say that out loud. Because it just, you know, I know somebody else is thinking it. I agree with you. Anyway, this is the spicy chicken ciabatta bread. This one is much more simple. So, it's just got their chicken, their salsa verde, and melted provolone on their ciabatta. Now, I didn't read this description fully last time. I'm not gonna lie to you. This, it comes with their tomato soup. Like, it says, yeah, it comes with the tomato soup. Last time I had the tomato soup, I thought it tasted like SpaghettiOs. So I'm dipping this in SpaghettiOs. I have to try this without the SpaghettiOs, just for my own brain. I feel like dipping it in that is going to ruin it because this is also decent. I like the steak one better. What's really making this is the bread. I'm being honest. Like, the creamy salsa verde is also good on here. A little bit of a punch you get from that. The texture of it is almost like spinach and artichoke dip, but if you added like a salsa to it, that's what it reminds me of. And it's pretty good. But this bread, Panera always has good bread. The chicken is the worst part because it's like that packaged stuff and you can really tell when you eat it, but it's masked by everything else, including the provolone. This is going to ruin it, bro, but this is what we do. We got to do it. Into the creamy tomato. Spicy, creamy tomato. It's way better without it. That's why I had to do that. It makes it taste like a bad chicken parm. But as far as any sandwich from Panera, I would definitely get it on ciabatta bread. This, I would like to get everything with this, but change the steak for the chicken. And I would really like it. When I get a bite of that like packaged chicken, that's what turns me off from it. But everything else is about the sandwich is pretty good. The other one's way better to me. On a chain scale, I would give this a 5.5 out of 10. I'd eat it if you gave it to me, but I wouldn't eat it. I really don't like their tomato soup. That's just a personal thing. If you like it, maybe you'll love this, but this ruined it for me. A different dipping sauce would have been 1,000 times better. The last one we got here, I just read the description so I can tell you guys. I think I'm going to like this a lot, just from what it is. This is their kickin' grilled cheese. And their kickin' grilled cheese comes with that same creamy salsa verde spread that's on the other sandwich, and cheese, but it doesn't have the chicken, and it's on different bread. And that salsa verde spread was good. So I feel like this is probably going to be pretty decent. Now, I wish they would have toasted my grilled cheese a little bit more because it's kind of soft, but it's almost good because, again, grilled cheese on like soft bread is just weird. And it's a texture thing, but I like that spread. They use American cheese on this, white and regular yellow American cheese. I just wish they would have toasted it more, but it's pretty good. The only thing that's throwing me off again, I already explained to you what that creamy salsa verde tastes like. The texture is literally spinach and artichoke dip. You can even see a little of it right there. You probably can't even barely get none of that. But just add a little bit of a kick from like a salsa. And this bread, Panera always has good bread. I wish I had something to dip it in. I might try it in the chili, but I think if you're a person that, some people go to Panera and like sit down and like study and stuff. If you're a person that does that and you can get it where it's like fresh and toasted, I think that would be really good. This just texturally for me is off, but the flavor's on point for Panera. And I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. And now we have some chili. This costs $9. I didn't see a smaller version on the app. Maybe they have one, but this, all right, let's try the chili. For a store brand chili, like, you know, it's not bad. Okay, their only direct comparison I have to this is Wendy's. Wendy's chili is better than this. This is the ultimate, like, it ain't moving me, but it's not gross. It doesn't really taste like anything. I get a little bit of chili powder, and I get beans. And there is meat in here. It's just, like, not a lot of it. So it just provides a slight textural change every now and then. I can't even really taste it. But if you do something with it, like this is what I was thinking in the first place. Now that's not bad. I would honestly use the chili to dip that other sandwich in too. Because at least this has some flavor. There's some onion in here. Chili powder. But it's a really thin chili too. Wendy's chili is more robust because they use their day-old meat. Some people don't like that. I do. So it tastes a little better than that. This is just, again, ultimate eh. But I will say this. There's definitely some peppers in here that's giving it a franchise bit of spice. Like, I don't think it's spicy, but people that don't like spice, this might get you. Which is crazy. But that's what made it work with this grilled cheese. Do I love it? No. Would I use it in something else? Sure. Did I also just find on their app that you can get it in a cup? Yes, I did. Did I just spend $9 on chili? Yes, I did. I'll still eat it. Like, I'll figure something out with it. You could doctor it up and make it work, but I wouldn't go on my way to get it. I'll give this a 4 out of 10. Unless you're getting one of these. Then it works. I also wanted to try this. It was on their menu as a new item, and it sounded really good. So this is their cranberry orange cake. So it's got cranberries, real oranges, but there's some sour cream in this batter as well as some sugar on the top. So it sounded interesting. I like cranberry flavored stuff. I wish there was more cranberries in this. you would have to really like cranberries to like that. What I'm saying is this. Most people think they like cranberries because you're consuming cranberry juice cocktail. You get craisins. They add sugar to that stuff. That is a cranberry. So it is really tart. Like really tart. But most of the time when you're getting consumer items, they're adding something. They'll mix things with other fruit. They'll add sugar. And most people haven't had like a real cranberry, so that would throw you off. I wasn't expecting it. But it's in here. I highly recommend that you try something with real cranberry before you try this. Because when I get those pockets of the cranberries in there, it's a little, even for me who likes cranberries, it's a little much. But then it balances out as you start to eat it with that creaminess and that little bit of acidity from the sour cream. And then also from the acid from the orange. So it kind of like balances out a little bit with that. But it's not very sweet for a cake compared to like a pound cake or something like that. So it will definitely throw you off. That to me is something that you'd have like with a cup of coffee or something like that. But it's not for the faint-hearted. I don't know how, but I feel like just reading your comments over all these time, and I kind of have an idea for like, especially the regular people that watch these, what your taste buds are like. A lot of people will hate that. I like it. I don't love it. I do wish it was sweeter because it would taste better. You've been warned, because I know there's always that one person who goes anyway, and they're like, I tried it. It was nasty. It was just so I was like, I'm not trying to tell you. I'll be trying to tell y'all. So I try to keep other people in mind. Do I like it? Yes. Will you like it? Probably not. Probably not. Even with me, it's too tart. Again, so I'm going to give that a 5 out of 10. That I would never order that again. Like if I want a piece of cake, I need my cake to be kind of sweet. Then that's not sweet at all. Do I still think Panera is overpriced? Yes. Do I still think Panera is, for the most part, trash? Yes. Are there things that I would eat at Panera? Yes. Just like most restaurants. Even my most hated franchise, which is Subway, has a few things that I would eat there. So, I always try to give everything an equal chance. I do think that there's some stuff here where you could like make up a sandwich, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think people go to Panera when they're hungry. I don't really think that's the vibe there. They're not looking to like make you full. I never feel full when I leave there. It's more of like bites and kind of like a bougie, that's their image, like coffee house, people studying in there. I don't think they're really looking to feed you like that. So that's kind of what it is. I've never really been the biggest fan of Starbucks either, and it reminds me of Panera. I haven't been to Starbucks in a decade, maybe more. Not even for coffee. But they just built one near me. So if anybody is interested in that and you're still watching, that means you're one of the people that watch the whole my videos. Let me know in the comments if you want me to try some stuff from there. I literally have no idea what's on that menu. Haven't been. I drink coffee black, so Starbucks isn't really my vibe because I'm not like working on the go in New York City where there's a Starbucks in every corner. And I'm just that. So let me know about that. But as far as Panera goes, I like that steak one. I do, but $8.59 for that, like I'm not even gonna get full eating that. And then $12.59 you get like a whole one, which is still like a half of anywhere else. I just don't feel the value for $1 in Panera, but they do have some decent stuff. If you're gonna go, I've said this last time, stick to the baked goods and stuff like that. Sunset is already happening. We finally got some clouds. It's supposed to rain this week, which is good because the fires in New Jersey have been crazy. Like I have random moments where I'm smelling smoke every like other day, and then I look and I see on the news that like there's another fire and stuff like that. So we're finally gonna get some rain, which is really good. But I'm near a Costco, so I'm gonna try to run in there and see if there's anything that I can get that would make for like a good video or something like that. So I'm not going yap today. Y'all are free and absolved from me, even though I still talk too much. But we'll be back tomorrow. More content, men and hand signs. They made it to YouTube.